Presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed Caged Steel European Heavyweight Champion, Bramhald!
We've got about 18 of the night. Francisco Martinez in the blue corner. Grey trunks, lined with black. Taking on Adam Bramhald in the red corner with the dark grey shorts. And if there's one thing Adam Bramhald never fails to bring, it's a crowd. And he always entertains them here at the Doncaster Dome. We'll get this one underway. Very experienced adversary. Bramhald with the height advantage. Long arms, he's a good stiff straight jab. And he loves it when an opponent charges onto him. It's stays really composed. It's very elusive, doesn't eat many shots. And just, you can see, game of inches there as Bramhald tags in with a jab and then just slips his head out of the way.
Martinez is leading a lot with that right hand, huh? The backside. Typically, you see guys use that as a straight shot, a jab almost off the backside, but he's throwing it wild over the top.
Yeah, lands a hard low kick there. He seems content at this point to stand with Bramhald. Both men just, you know, gauging the distance, filling out the range. Bramhald, oh, this nice right hand.
Good head work, though, for Martinez. You see how he's moving it, trying to stay offline. Oh. Wow, what a great slip to a mistake, and it mentally came up right up on a single there for Martinez on Bramhald.
Bramhald gauging the distance behind that jab and biding his time, but certainly sticking a real assertive jab out in his opponent's face. You see Martinez trying to time it, come with the overhand over the top. Bramhald not digging into his bag of tricks just yet, but we've seen Bramhald win with spinning back elbow knockouts.
Well, those overhand rights are kind of, I think, throwing off his ability to want to throw the jab for Bramhald. As he's throwing it, I mean, that's a counter to a right hand. Excuse me, the jab is someone to throw the overhand shot over the top. So, especially see there how he threw the jab, he faded to his left. Opens up the low kick, opens up a right hand for him, but also leads him into the overhand right that Martinez is throwing. And that's not really textbook as far as it's there. See, he's landed. That was two right hands in a row that have landed.
Yeah, clipped him with one on the temple there. It certainly found the mark. And, you know, experience from Martinez. He's got a lot of fights. He's just seeing the routines that Bramhald's putting out there, you know, working off that, and a lot of that comes from cage time, being able to gauge your opponent like that in the early running.
Bramhald needs to start faking his jab more. Faking it, getting Martinez to fire that overhand right, and why it's a hard punch to recover from, and then he could fire his own shots afterwards with more straight, linear blasts to counter. Fake the jab, throw the jab. Let him run into the jab at that moment. But just throwing one jab at a time is allowing Martinez to try to time them, and it's a jab versus the overhand punch. Guess what? Eating a jab is not as bad as eating that overhand shot.
Yeah, Bramhald's saving grace on that one. He's caught a kick and tripped Martinez before, but you know, the reach advantage on the jab, he's eaten a couple of the overhands, but been just out of range a couple of times, but it might be a little bit too close for comfort from what he wants. But I know he wasn't expecting an easy fight here from Martinez, such an experienced campaigner. And the Venezuelan showing exactly why he's been brought in for this European title fight. Bramhald, we've seen him pick up a few stoppages in the later rounds, second rounds and third rounds. You know, he's warming into the fight. So we've not seen much out of his repertoire just yet. I think he's thrown one low kick, mostly work behind the jab, tried to throw a couple of right hands. I know the more cage time he gets, the more he'll start throwing some more, but a nice darting right hand there from Martinez. Oh, nice hook off the kick catch for Bramhald.
Ooh, nice right hand there.
Bramhald, little fakes, little feints, seems to be growing in confidence a little bit as we see more of his shots come out. Sneaky little left hook to the body though from Martinez. Question mark kick from Bramhald. And that's a solid first round. Tit for tat, that's, you know, fairly close. I think Martinez probably landed the harder of the shots with the overhand right, but landed with less frequency. So you got that battle of, you know, volume versus power in the first round, really.
Yeah, it just depends on what the judges see, and that's the thing about judging. You can't tell. Each judge has different preferences on what they, you know, they're estimating. Oh, that right hand, did it land hard? Did they see it land hard compared to some of the stiff jabs that are popping back Martinez's head? That's why I'm actually a proponent for. I think that at the end of the round, once the scores come in for the judges, because they have to score it during the break, I think they should post it. We should be able to see what they're doing, and as a competitor, as a fighter, you can make adjustments, I feel, during it, because I always think it's silly to not know the scores till the end of the fight. It's almost like playing a game of football or a game of baseball or cricket, and at the end, you tell me what the score is. It's like, well, what did you count a field goal? What did you count a try? You know, everybody has a different opinion on what they give more weight to, and as the fight's going on, you allow me to make adjustments during the fight. Not, oh, well, this judge counted takedowns more, and this judge considered volume to be more prevalent over power.
Yeah, you're, you know, very much at the mercy of who happens to be the judges on the night sometimes.
Absolutely, and different judges have different styles.
Martinez steams forward there, but punches into air as Bramhald gets out of the way. Bramhald is always very composed under fire. Catches the kick with a high right hand and lands a left hook again.
Yeah, he's done a great job, Bramhald, of catching that kick and not just sweeping him, but making him pay for it. He tries to throw a shot in there. If I was Martinez, I think I'd be deterred from throwing any more left body kicks. I think throwing it, that overhand right, throwing it either to the body or to the head with the left kick that's following would have more success and less chance of being countered, because he's been countered several times very dramatically.
There's a good right hand in the mix there from Bramhald, and Martinez right on cue throws one of his own back. Bramhald seems a little bit more confident in this round.
Well, Martinez brings an unusual style.
He's been punished for the kicks, Martinez. That's, you know, the Muay Thai trainer of Bramhald coming on strong there.
Well,
every time he throws a kick, he's got a reply.
100%. And typically, too, I mean, the reason why Bramhald, I think, is having more success this round is in the first round, it caught him off guard. You typically don't have a higher percentage of shots thrown off the backside than you do off the lead side. Most of the time, people have more attempts with their lead side first because it distances, it helps gauge distance, it helps cause reaction, it's a setup shot, it allows you to see where your next couple shots are going to happen that are more powerful. The lead off the backside is more of a trick shot, not a trick shot, but it's thrown off rhythm and not consistently, so that throws off your opponent. Most people don't consistently throw off the backside as their lead and only shot.
Yeah, and it's been a clash of the two styles, you know. Bramhald popping the jab out, accurately landing with some good success. As you say, you know, the antithesis to that is the overhand right, and that's what he's been trying to throw. Bramhald tries to throw his first elbow of the fight there. Martinez landed with a left.
Good
Oh,
left
and
too.
he's cut him above the right eye of Bramhald. That short left hook, a little left hand, has cut Bramhald above the right eye. Luckily it seems to be down the side, not bleeding into the eye, but anytime you get caught around there, easy to split that open, especially with a little glove.
You know, Martinez does good defense after he throws a shot. You see how he comes in, he fires, and he's able to move offline. Beautiful. That was what Bramhald needed to do. After throwing a hand combination, throw a kick. That head movement is great for avoiding punches, but it can get you in trouble, and you can run right into a roundhouse off the backside.
Yeah, lead him into the shot. And Bramhald has finished a couple of guys with left hooks to the body, so I know that's a pretty prominent shot in his arsenal. Oh, and just out of the way is Martinez of that one.
Bramhald starting to, and those are shots that are starting to tee up. If I was Martinez, after evading, he needs to close distance if he's going to move his head offline. So that way, now you can see how Bramhald's starting to look for that kick. Well, if I can change distance and shoot as you lift your leg up, now my shoulder driving into you as I attempt the takedown. Beautiful
Jumping switch teep there.
This is a great fight, man.
Yeah, both guys doing an awesome job. Martinez still trying to get on the front foot and land with his big right hand.
Bramhald's doing a good job of figuring out the puzzle. You see how he's throwing in jabs, straight shots, and then firing off a linear movement. Great blitz shot there.
Yeah, as you alluded to before, I'd love to see him. Because Martinez, you know, that slip, like a boxing style slip, doesn't take into account, you know, a shin rising up, and it seems like the high kick's going to be there after Bramhald makes him slip from the punches. And the bloods just seem to have spurred Bramhald on.
Yeah, Bramhald's really figuring it out. See right there, he slipped, rolled the right hand a little bit, and was able to follow with the lead hook.
Stepping elbow off the lead elbow.
Well,
and a nice left
hook. And when
hook.
you're fighting a guy that's good at evading shots, that's what Bramhald has to do. You have to throw combinations of shots. As your opponent's moving, he'll move into it. Like you said earlier, lead him into the shot. And now Bramhald's starting to figure out the different nuances of Martinez's defense. Oh, he throws the right hand, he slips this way. He throws the left hand, he slips that way. So, okay, if you can evade my punch this direction, as I throw that hook, I know what I'm firing next, because for you to evade that hook, you keep slipping this direction, well, I'll beat you to it. Here comes the shin.
Yeah, and, you know, while it is Bramhald that's wearing the scars of this battle with a cut above his right eye, yeah, that's getting some attention there. He did build into that round, and he started to land more consistently, landing the cleaner shots. Martinez still trying to come back with a big overhand, but it just seemed as though it was still a close round, that Bramhald was maybe building a little bit of daylight between him in the stand-up exchanges.
Yeah, I agree with you. He really started taking on at about that halfway mark, but that left hook that landed drew blood, and that's very influential to the judges. But Bramhald really seems to have figured him out. I'm really thinking we're going to see him turn up the pace now in this third round, because one, he really doesn't have to worry about the takedown. All the head movement of Martinez, he's throwing overhand shots. He has fired back with that left hook, which has caused the cut. But there hasn't been a lot of takedown attempts, and I think early on that's what Bramhald was more concerned with, not understanding what was going to come. Now realizing, oh, this is a pure stand-up fight. Now he's settling and feeling more comfortable firing off that third and fourth shot.
Absolutely, and there's the head kick! We talked about it, and it slipped right into the right shin. And Martinez went down, but he still seems to have his wits about him. Wow, right on the button with the right high kick.
Yeah, that was it. He threw the lead. There again, you see the slip that Martinez likes, but he slipped right into the roundhouse. And great fortitude on his part to recover. I mean, he didn't just get kicked in the head, but he ran into that kick.
Yeah, but, you know, he looks steady on his feet. He's looks like he's got his legs underneath him. But he's walking more and more onto that right hand now as he charges in. Bramhald's timing him with a short right as he comes, and as he slips like that, I can see Bramhald, now he's had the success with a high kick, going to that again. Tries to loop a left hook, and Martinez slips out of the way. Won't be surprised if we see another left hook, right high kick.
That's exactly what I would be looking for.
And now it's Martinez doing most of the bleeding in round 3. Another nice left hook there, and he's getting the same reaction. Oh, front kick to the face. And now we see Martinez worn out. Bramhald looks more confident as Martinez, seems to be breathing a little bit heavier, especially a lot of blood coming from the nose.
Well, Martinez is very good at what he's been doing from the opening round, but he hasn't built upon it. And you can see how Bramhald has a bigger tool chest. He's added to his techniques. He's adding more and more layers to his offense. He's figuring out, oh, you're going to do this, I'm going to do that. Whereas Martinez is sticking to the good head movement coming in, the overhand right with the left hook, but really hasn't shown anything else. So it's like, all right, that's your play. Bramhald has more, and he's coming up with more offensive techniques and maneuvers, and he's building again. And Martinez, he's still just doing the same trick over and over again, and he hasn't added anything new to it. Whether it's a level change or a takedown, he needs to add more depth to his offensive play.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, Bramhald's evolved as the fight's gone on. He's taken note of what his opponent's doing and actually adapted that into his game, and that has been the difference, getting stronger and stronger through the second and third. And now getting real confident. Nice sharp right hand there lands, and a lead sort of corkscrew uppercut. Brings a low kick in again. Normally quite a big low kicker, Bramhald. He's not thrown that too often. Maybe, as you mentioned, thought that Martinez might be trying to take him down and thought to kick less, but yeah, getting confident now, dancing around, darting in with the right. And he grows in confidence, when he starts to lead with the head and tries to draw Martinez in to work the right hand counter. And the knockdown earlier in this round with the head kick, from a close competitive fight, could be the difference maker. Bramhald tries to jump in knee. Oh, that one just whiffed past. Big looping uppercut from Martinez. We've not seen him throw that shot yet. Wide of the mark. Bramhald's seen that one coming. And if you look, he's going right cross, left kick, left hook, right high kick. Found the winning formula, I think, here in round 3. And we're into the last 40 or so seconds as Bramhald tries to jump for the knee again. Oh, nice on time, right. Oh, looks for the spinning back elbow. Don't want to celebrate too early with the arms up in the air when Martinez is swinging bombs, but Martinez has seriously slowed down in the third after he got dropped by that head kick. Oh, spinning hook kick round the back. Martinez still trying to chase him in the dying seconds of this fight.
I'm very impressed. Martinez is hard. Enemy territory came in here. And even after being knocked down, really just marching forward. That's difficult. You're coming forward, you're eating shots, you've been knocked down, and to still want to be able to step down on the pedal. Very impressive, but Bramhald, very intelligent to be able to figure out the oddity of Martinez's offense to come out there and build up. Those are things that make a champion. Not every time is the first round going to go your way, but can you figure out what your opponent's bringing to the table and adjust on the fly? And that's what Bramhald did tonight, and I was very impressed with that.
Great sportsmanship there. Both guys get up on the cage and getting applause from the Bramhald fans here in the Doncaster Dome. Great effort from both guys.
So we got the judge's decision finally.